In this video, I'm going to start with a look at a game from Compass Games called The God Kings. And this is a game that covers the Bronze Age or parts of it and civilization from like 1500 BCE to 1200 BCE. And it focuses on basically five empires: Egypt, the Hittites, the Mitanni, the Assyrians, and the Babylonians. And it's point to point, card driven, and each turn represents about 25 years. And there is a focus on leaders, and the leaders kind of have a semi-programmed death. So they're somewhat historical leaders as far as we know. And, they have a lifespan. They could die a little bit prematurely, or they could die later, or be killed in battle, or something like that. So it kind of covers that unknown. So it's one of the interesting things in the game. And I'll say the cards are very heavy on the beliefs of the periods. So there is a lot of cards that involve, favor or anger from the various gods of the tribes in that era. So they come up and they, obviously have effects that probably the people are attributing to those gods, even though, that's probably not exactly why things happen the way they did. Anyway, it's kind of an interesting game. I know it's in competition with another game that is similar but very different presentation, and that is a game by GMT called Genesis, which is designed by Richard Berg and has all of everything you'd expect from a game designed by him. So they're two different takes on basically the same topic. Anyway, I'll show you some pictures I have from the game and provide a little bit of narrative. So the Hittites are the first player, and the king, Hantili II, drives his forces west from Hattusha, and he takes political control of Volusa by claiming two settlements, Akuwa and Shalada. And that is shown in this picture here. You can see right in the middle of how the Hatti are kind of focusing on this area. Then Egypt plays the Summons of Enlil event against the Mitanni. And at this point, Egypt has a very weak leader. I believe it's Queen Hatshepsut, and she sees the Mitanni as the most immediate threat at this point. So this Summons of Enlil is going to cause the Mitanni to have to discard a card randomly, which is going to interfere with their turn. However, during the Mitanni turn, they play the Oriental Cruelty event, and that results in a number of cities falling under the control of the king of the Mitanni. Turga, Mari, Padan Aram, and Taida all join the Mitanni, so they're still doing okay. And then the Kassite Babylonians use the Way of Horus event, and King Kashtalash III rides on into conquest of Elam, and you can see that he captures Susa, which is now controlled by the Babylonians. And that is shown in this picture here. Then we go to round two. The Hittites use the Wrath of Enlil event, and they use it also against the Mitanni. And this is happening because the Mitanni appear to be the strongest at this stage of civilization. And they certainly are the greatest threat to the Hittites to the west. So the Mitanni army is selected for attrition, and one unit from the Haran division takes a step loss. And of course, the Mitanni are attributing these deaths to Enlil. Likewise, the Egyptians use the Wrath of Ashur card as an event, and this is causing more attrition to the army, and another step is lost. Again, the wise men are attributing this to the wrath of the god Assur. The Mitanni continue to claim control of more areas. Using intimidation, they play the Oriental Cruelties card, and they take control of Arbelis, Nineveh, Ashur, and Dur Katlimu. And these are all absorbed into the Mitanni kingdom. So the Kassites don't do very much but place a garrison force inside the walled city of Nidur. Then we go to round 3. The Hittites king drives his army into the province of Masha, where he takes control of some of the cities there. The Egyptian queen continues with building and reform projects because she's not very good in leading an army in conquest. And so another Egyptian garrison is deployed in Tyre. Then the Mitanni kingdom raises its royal guard unit. And finally, the Kassites play the outstanding tributes event, and they are able to add another chariot with that money to King Kashtalash III's army. Then we go to round 4. The king of the Hittites moves his army into the province of Arzawa, where he gains some political control there. And then Queen Hatshepsut of Egypt dies, and she is succeeded by Pharaoh Tamosa III. And of course, he is going to change the environment quite a bit since he's such a good leader and a good military leader. So he moves the Egyptian army into Megiddo. The Mitanni make a few redeployments within their realm, and then the Kassites use a card event, Syrian Looters. And this is used against the Mitanni to harass them, and we'll see that in the next round it's going to have an effect. So now we go to round 5, which takes us right up to the year 1475 BCE. And the king of the Hittites continues to expand his empire toward the west, and he takes control of Troy, and with it, the province. The Egyptian priests think it's a good time to attack now, so Tamosa III invokes the favor of Marduk. And this is a major campaign card, and this pharaoh marches toward Arwad and brings it under Egyptian control. And now this is followed by actions of 2 unnamed Egyptian generals, which also lay claim to Ashtata and Nareen. And all of these are taken away from the control of the Mitanni. Now the Mitanni cannot react to any of this because they have to activate a leader within their home area to address the Syrian looting card played last round. So they really can't do much about this. Then the Babylonian Kassites play the favor of Anu and decide to conduct a minor campaign. And these Babylonian generals drive 2 armies into the Mitanni kingdom and Assur. So that brings the first turn of the game to a close. That's 25 years of time, and the standings and victory points as of right now is that the Mitanni, despite being ganged up on, have 18 victory points. This is very close to a sudden death victory. Egypt has 10 victory points. The Kassite Babylonians have 8 victory points, and the Hatti have 6 victory points. So if you'd like to see more of this gameplay, please stay tuned for another video. Thanks for watching.